So today I'm going to share some of the YouTube channels just for the learning and not only for the learning, where you can develop a sense of deep understanding about this Java and related technology. What happens when you tried searching something or some basic tutorial just to learn in order to grow your skill, and you see a lot of information or plethora of information or the tutorials are available over the internet, and it's very confusing and hard to decide which one is good and which one is best suited for your requirement. As per my understanding, or from the past experience, what I have learned so far from the YouTube and the other online e-learning platforms, I have found these top five skill set as per the industry demand, particularly in the Java software industry. So these are the Java, Java 8, Spring Boot, microservice, and Kafka. For the Java and Java 8, since we have the upper version as well, but I do consider the Java, particularly Java 5, is the basic for which everyone should have a very good deep understanding. And Java 8 is just a start of functional programming in Java, particularly since the functional programming was is not a new word before. I mean, it's quite common in other uh, scripting technology or language, particularly in the JavaScript. But for the Java 8, functional programming was just a start from the Java 8. So this is why I recommend to have the knowledge about Java and Java 8, particularly Java 5 and Java 8. So if I ask you to choose, the super YouTube channel where you can learn or can have a very good and deep understanding about all this technology. So for the Java 5, I always recommend to everyone to first start with Durga sir, the beginner. Each of the topic, has very meaningful and a lot of information in it. So you need to spend a lot of time just to understand, and this is very traditional classroom training, so that you can enjoy not only learning, but you can enjoy your time as well while learning. So my recommendation is that, like, once you start Java, uh, from Java, particularly from the Durga software, so better you, like, divide in package, or maybe divide the video in the packages and you start learning that. Otherwise, you can have, if you see, they have, I think, more than 100 videos. So it is very time consuming, and you need to have a lot of patience, or just since the videos are very long, or particularly each video is like more than an hour, so you need to have some patience, but it's very very good in terms of quality and in terms of deep understanding. So just go through it, and I would recommend, like, you can divide this Java 5, particularly like oops, basics, collection, and multi-threading, and there are many more than that, so you can divide as per your requirement or as per your understanding, right? So once you complete Java, and then you can move ahead to Java 8, and I would recommend for the Java 8, it's Mr. Hari Krishna sir. So this is one of the best tutorial, particularly for the beginners or the advanced professionals, just to understand the Java 8. He has, started from very scratch level. Started from the 1.2, and all the history, and he explained each and everything what was the change in each of the version. So we'll enjoy learning, the knowing the basics, even basics, uh, from his video only. So I would recommend you to go through Hari Krishna sir for the Java 8, and they have also very long videos. So I think you can go through it and divide as per your, like, time and your requirement. And the next video for the Spring Boot and microservice, it's the most demanding skill in the industry today. You can't survive without having the knowledge or the experience or deep understanding of the Spring Boot and microservice. And so I would recommend the channel, from the Cossack. It's Java Brain basically. So you can go through Java Brain. They have very good content on Spring Boot. Since the Spring Boot has been divided in two parts, and it's very good in terms of learning. And well, you can do practice while learning it itself. So, and these are two basic parts, so it won't take more than, like 3 to 4 days if you do something, like 2 to 3 hours per day. So I think you can finish this Spring Boot at least basics, or more than basics. I can say it's hands-on. If you spend like almost a week on those two parts. Coming to the microservice, I would also recommend from the Java branch, since you can have, many other YouTube channels as well. But I always recommend this channel, just because it starts from the basic, and it covers each and every topic of the microservice. It's not just, like you can, do some random tool services and communicate to each other. So he just have a very good uh, level of knowledge, I believe, right? And explain in very details. So I think you can go through these channels, or all these video for the microservice. Now coming on the next technology, this is the MQ. It's so coming the MQ, I would say, the most demanding MQ is the Kafka, which is a PubSub model based technology, and this is the one which I have gone through all this video. In fact, uh, I have, learned a lot in about the Kafka through this channel, particularly since before this channel I have, went through many of the channels just to learn about the Kafka basic, and I, end up learning like after 30 or 40 minutes each of the video. But I enjoyed learning through this learning journal channel, the Kafka. So I think these all five channels are very good for any software person who are working or who has just begun their career in Java technology. So these five technologies are very, well demanding, and as per the industry it is quite required. So I would recommend to go through it. That's all. Thank you.